Hi, you guys, welcome back. Okay, I want to get right into things. Today, I am doing a 2026 fall, winter, kind of summer going into fall and winter trends that I am kind of seeing already trickle through the For You page. Also, just some things I'm kind of predicting based on my expertise of just kind of predicting fashion. So one of my favorite things to do is predicting trends because you kind of see a pattern over some time. So, anyways, I have a list here, a very unorganized type B list, and I put together a little bit of a Pinterest board to go over the trends that I kind of put down on the list. And again, these are some I'm predicting, some that I'm already we're all kind of seeing, and then some that are kind of being seen on the runways. So, yeah, let's get right into it. I'm going to talk about aesthetics, like the vibes at first, and then I'm going to go into like specific trends. But think about, and you can pull up Pinterest and put in Desperate Housewives fashion. You can put in Sex in the City, that is like the big one. The Girlfriends, I absolutely love that show, and the style is just so what we're going to be, I feel like, going into the fall and winter season. And I would also put like an honorable mention of like maybe Gossip Girl. We could honestly, the list could go on. There's so many shows from the late 90s, early 2000s that have such great fashion. I mean, the iconic Nanny, Fran, like, there's so many shows. But I really kind of feel like this winter season, it's going to be a lot of Tuscan mom vibes. So I don't know if you've heard this before, but the Tuscan mom is really that early 2000s mom that had the oversized sunglasses, the big boho bags, low-rise jeans, the whimsical tops with the flared sleeves and like paisley colors, and maybe she had some highlights. She was definitely a cool mom. And we are coining the term and the aesthetic, the Tuscan mom. So I definitely think we will see a lot of the Tuscan mom vibes. And it really is so nostalgic. I was kind of like looking through Pinterest and I saw like these Bath and Body Works, Juicy Couture, like Panera Bread photos, and like even like the malls, like how the malls looked in the early 2000s. It's just so nostalgic for me. I'm definitely not on the super young side, so all of that stuff brings back like crazy high school memories, and I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna really kind of focus on the Tuscan mom vibes in this video because I think that that's going to be what we see a lot. But I also think that we are going to see still a lot of grunge, a lot of coquette, off-duty model, office siren, the Victorian aesthetic. Of course, like the athleisure, there's always different sports that we're pulling from. And I definitely think that we're going to still see a lot of that, especially in the winter months. Oh, and definitely like that fairy vibe is still always going to be in, but I think that's kind of incorporated in all of the aesthetics. So speaking of the fairy vibe, I'm going to go into specific trends that I think that we will be seeing in the fall winter months. And something that we already have been seeing are these very whimsical tops and skirts and dresses. And I think that in the vintage world, that's been like highly sought after type of vibe that the girls have been looking for. And I definitely have seen it throughout my reselling process. And I think it's just, it's always going to be a staple type of vibe because it's so feminine, it's so whimsical, it's so beautiful. The silhouettes are always so gorgeous. So I think we're still gonna see a lot of that, maybe just longer maxi fairy skirts and maybe longer fairy dresses, and the tops that have like the fairy type of wide sleeve. I think we're gonna see a lot of that. Okay, next, you probably will see this be mentioned in every 2026 trend video, but skinny jeans. Skinny jeans are coming back, and I'm not quite wearing them again. I had my skinny jean moment in the 2000s, like the 2010s, but I'm not quite there with whipping them back out. But I will say a skinny jean can be very fashionable, especially with the right shoe. And I definitely think we'll be seeing a lot more of the skinny jeans coming out and being styled. Definitely with our wedges, our wedge boots, our Isabel Marants, you know, our riding boots. There's so many things, even our stilettos, pull out some Louboutins with some skinny jeans. Like, honestly, that is kind of a timeless look. What can I say? Next, specifically, this is like a brand, but it is a brand that I have loved for so many years, and it is Salomon. I think Salomon is going to have a resurgence. It had like a little bit of a moment a couple years back in that like rise of the gorp core aesthetic. And, you know, I think that people that got their Salomons back then, they probably still have them in their closet, and you can dust them off and wear them again. Honestly, I have had my Salomons for a while and I wear them all the time. I'm not waiting for trends to come in and out. Like, they are comfortable, beautiful statement sneakers. And I think that they're gonna have a really big moment in this winter season. So yeah, and they have so many different kind of colors, ways you can really style your Salomon up. So I highly recommend, especially if you're looking for just a really comfortable shoe, and if you're actually intentionally going to use them as hiking shoes, then yeah, I mean, go for it. Okay, so we have been seeing the capris. The capris have kind of taken over our spring and summer, which I love. I love capris. I think you can mix and match them so many kind of ways. You know, have them in different colors, have like cherry print, have polka dot, have black, have white. I mean, have some jean ones. I was actually looking for some Levi, specifically these Levi jean capris, because they just looked so like classic, and they're sold out. No wonder. I mean, it's the season of the capri. But on that note, I think the capri is going to transition into the fall and the winter, and it's still going to keep its moment, but it's going to transition more into like the 3/4 length kind of chino, gaucho, wider leg type of capri moment. So I don't know if that's still considered a capri or if that's just considered what I said, like a gaucho or a chino, but I think that it's still going to transition, just maybe looking in different kind of ways for sure. But I love it. I say keep it going. And I say, hey, if you want to wear the tight capris in the winter, go for it with some fuzzy boots. So a big one, and I've been seeing it a lot. I kind of was like predicting it, and now like as soon as I predicted it, I've been seeing it everywhere, but headscarves. And not just like in like the normal headscarf way, just like either like bandana or like a lace little scarf that goes under, like how we used to tie them like back in the day underneath. Just have like a little bow, kind of like a coquette, like little Bo Peep type of vibe, or just like bandana, like hiking. Definitely been seeing that a lot. The girlies have been popping out with bandanas lately, and even on Love Island, they've been kind of like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pantsing this lace like headscarf. So cute. But yeah, I say, I mean, that's a cute, cheap accessory to pick up, and it's really helpful with, I mean, us girls, we're always waking up every day like in a huff because we have to figure out what we're going to do with our hair that day. So sometimes those type of hair accessories can take that anxiety away. So yeah. So this next one, I feel like now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of these things are just staples to have in your closet. So although this is a trend video, I also think that this is, I try to keep it in the range of like not out of the ordinary trends, just trends that are actually something that will circulate and is good to have in your closet. And this one is the oversized sunglass, like the Shield large, huge sunglass. And I'm a huge fan. I have a few of them. I actually have some like actual examples and not just a Pinterest picture. But like I have these ones I love. I got them off of Amazon, and it's just sometimes you just want to cover your face as much as possible, but still like not look like you have a ski mask on. And that just always does it. I got these ones off of Giant Vintage, and I'm about to order some more off of Giant Vintage. And you know, you can get designer ones off of like Poshmark or Depop or, you know, eBay. You can get a really, really good deal and they can be designer. Like I'm looking at a big, beautiful pair of Versace sunglasses. I mean, it's not a pair, it's just one. But Versace sunglasses, they kind of look similar to these and they're only 50 bucks. And you can always put in offers on those type of websites. So get yourself some really good sunglasses. It's good for our eyes anyway to have a break from the sun sometimes and not have to restrain and like create these crow's feet. Come on, girlies. But yeah, definitely the Shield oversized sunnies. I see everyone, I mean, everybody's already got a pair. Like it's just like a staple, but I just think that it's gonna be like everyone, we're gonna be looking around and everyone has the sunglasses. And that might mean we might need to bring out the skinnies because we don't want to be looking like everyone, but we still need it in our closet, period. So we always have boots come out, just like furs come out in the wintertime. I think specifically the boot that we'll see this season is like a riding boot. So sometimes we see the Doc Marten, sometimes we see this and that. I mean, we'll also see the UGG. I think the UGG is always going to be a moment, and I think we're gonna see more of like the classic high top brown UGG, and then we're also gonna see a nice classic black riding boot. Like those two are gonna be our main winter staples, and I think that they're just gonna be staples in general for life, but those are gonna be two good ones I think that we're gonna see a lot this fall and winter, for sure. So all in all, I think that there's still a few little tidbits. Like I think snake print, that's a print that we're gonna see a lot of. I think we're gonna see a lot of things like lace printed possibly. And if not lace printed, just things that are made of lace, a lot of lace and soft fabrics. I think like that coquette, whimsical vibe is going to definitely stay in fashion. So we'll see a lot of, you know, ruffles and beading and silks and flared sleeves and fairy cuts and asymmetrical cuts and, you know, a lot of that. And, you know, like the cowl neck, the deep V necks, yeah, a lot of draping. That's pretty much what I have on my radar right now, what I've kind of been seeing already, what I'm also predicting. Honorable mention, and I don't know, we'll see, but I'll pop in a picture. I don't know if you guys remember those like leggings or those flare pants, and then they had like a bodycon like skirt over it. So it was a one piece, it was pants with a skirt attached. And it sounds so crazy, but for some reason, I kind of feel like that might come back, or maybe I might make it come back. I don't know. It just kind of popped into my head the other day, and I remembered I had one when I was so young, like probably like middle school, and I just feel like it could have a moment. It could. It's a possibility. So we'll see. But yeah, anyways. If you guys want a part 2 to this video, let me know, because I do feel like I could probably come up with some more things, like, you know, maybe talk more about colors and go dive deeper into the different aesthetics, or even like dive deep into certain shows. I really would love to do that, like kind of dive into Sex and the City and all of their fashion moments. That would give me a lot of content, so that's great. Let me know in the comments, but I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye.